Hey everybody, it's Kavon here. Welcome to the Know the Difference podcast. I'm your host, and thank you so much for taking the time with coming from my last video of me getting the introduction of what the expectations are and what things I'll be going over with you guys about my personal experience through life itself and making greater establishments and things like that. I took a lot of time this week to reflect on my life and to reflect on how family is to me and what it stands for me and how to manage my personal goals and the finances that I want to create for my future and also my dreams and ambitions to the things that I desire. But for further and foremost, I also know I have to put the worth ethic in. Sometimes it can be difficult, you know what I mean, to where you want to get somewhere in life, and sometimes you in your mind mentally thinking that you're stuck. And that's how I felt when I was starting this process of letting the world know who I was and what I stand for and how much I can be influential to a lot of people like myself. I even had times where I was um always in conflicting with my capabilities of how I wanted to be a creator when it came to streaming video games, when it came to be a music artist, when it came to even being a podcaster. There was a lot of things that I felt like was a downfall for it. And it was very nerve wracking for me. So I had to take some time to sit back to myself of how can I address you guys um, to make sure that you guys are very comfortable and you understand exactly how to go through it and to motivate yourself to get better each and every day. So what I decided to do was I decided to combine my gaming content with the social media platform that I already created to actually mix it in as a podcast because I really feel like there's a lot of personal experiences that we mentally are not prepared for, and sometimes you need friends or a loved ones to push you even higher. And you also got to know yourself that you have to invest in your time. You have to invest into your feelings and let others know that you're not down and you're not out, you know. And it slowly reveals for me that there is so many things that we have to learn. There are so many things that we have to be capable of doing. And that's why I feel like it's so important that I needed this for myself to heal, to for myself to grow even a better man today. And I think that's the same thing I can do. I can help you on your journey. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know who you have in your life. I don't know who is providing you guidance, or I don't know, but I always seek to God first. He's my top priority. And when it comes with the money and when it comes to creativity, those are the extra add-ons that he's blessed me with. So I am so grateful to meet every single one of you. I am so grateful that you guys take the time out of your day to understand who I am as a person. And I love you guys true dearly. I don't want anything bad to happen to you guys. But at the same token, I also want you guys to evaluate your situation that you're currently in. Sometimes you have to remove yourself to be in a different spectrum, to be in a different standpoint. And a lot of times we get comfortable where we what we already created and what we're doing our own thing, but sometimes we don't want to add a little bit extra to work harder to where we already have. And that's not okay. Sometimes you have to change your routine, and your routine, you always feel like somebody had to match the creativity fire or have to match that same work ethic as you. But when you're by yourself, maybe your routine is not going to work the same time when you get older in life. It just won't. So you have to be flexible and adjustable to make sure that you get what you need. I oftentimes say like this, and I always try to preach to myself and even conversate with other friends and friends of mine that who I truly care for, and I let them know that when you're inside of your home and when you're in your comfort space, your zone, everything belongs to you. Everything is is taking your aura and you're comfortable in it, right? When you step out that door, when you step out your house, when you step out your own personal world, the world does not care about you. That's the bottom line. The world does not care about you because the world is keep evolving and keep moving, and it's either sink or swim. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be that way. When you leave out your comfort zone and when you leave out your home, let it be known that the world has to adjust to you. You know what I'm saying? We always try to adjust to the world because we either a step behind or we're trying to fit in or we're trying to do this and that, and we're always trying to add something that's not even really us, but we only doing it because of the popularity. No, let the world adjust to you. Use the world of these fruits of your labors and put God at the top. That's how you handle things. That's how you handle your perception of your character. That's how you maintain evidence that you are valued and you want people to value and show you some respect. That is where it came down to me that I know that I had something bigger to offer. More than just playing video games, more than just being a family man, a good man of me personally, and me being a good son, and me having to coach somebody or train somebody to do better than what I ever could. That is my motivation for you guys today, to understand your value and understand your morals and understand what type of standard and expectations do you have for yourself and what do you require in order to get an advancement in life. Nothing is too big for you. Nothing's too big for you. I think the issue is that we make a lot of problems that are bigger than ourselves. We start to panic and we feel like we need to do something a little bit smaller. But sometimes it's like progression. It's like your rankings. Like when you always keep going at the same problems that are very small because you know you can handle it. Because you know you're equipped to do it. Because you already know that you're flexing over things that you can already accomplish. So you're not challenging your mindset. You're not challenging your physical worth ethic to do something bigger than you, knowing that you're capable of doing it, but you don't feel like putting in the work. And that is what's going to separate you from most people. If you don't understand the thin line between being the greatest versus being great, there's two different ways. When you become the greatest version of yourself, you start to really have a line and paragraphs of things that you edited versus a person that's trying to be great. They are perfecting and they're establishing what they already are, but they're not willing to do a little bit extra to make it the perfect way, to make it an easier route for them. There's a difference between being the greatest and being great. You can be great for doing something in a long period of time. And by the time you are accomplished and you establish it, you feel like I'm going to stay just like this. But for an individual to be the greatest, they're willing to do what it takes the right way and the corrective way to master someone that's already above them or master their expertise to go to another level that has more doors to unlock. Life, you could treat it as a sport, you could treat it as a video game, but you cannot take life, you can't take it always personal. Even when you try to apply for a job, like some people hate you hearing the word no. When somebody tells me no, I brush it off and walk away because I already know that they missing out on an opportunity. They're missing out on somebody that you can rely on. They're missing out on the abilities that I can offer them to make them better than themselves, but they have no idea. Stop manifesting negative behaviors and stop manifesting negative things that don't need your attention, that does not need your value, that does not need your validation. Stop manifesting things that are no good for you. I say it all the time to a lot of people that I connect with. If you keep talking bad about yourself, you're manifesting it for your future. Like, ladies and gentlemen, like, speak positive. And I know that sounds a little too easy, but it's simple. We make it sound like it's difficult. You have to focus on what you currently have and what you're using your talents for. Your ability to speak and be vocal, your ability to not say a word and let your presence and your aura shift the whole room. Like, we have to understand how to break these damaging chains. Try to break this heartbroken cycle. Cause we all hurt in a place. I've been hurt so many times. But in order for you to be the greatest version of yourself, you have to understand that you can do more, that you was better than yesterday. Kavon, you did this great today, but yesterday you was great. How can we get back to that? Hey, yo, Kavon, listen, a week ago, you know what I'm saying, you was like all bummed out, you was all messed up, you had no idea what you wanted for yourself. But now this week, Kavon, you got your 10 toes down on the ground. You standing on business. You know what it's time to do. You know how to speak. You know how to talk. Go ahead and show them what are you about. And that's what it comes down to you. That is what it comes down to you. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that in this podcast and in this day of life that we walk into is how great can you be? Or can you be the greatest? Everybody can be the greatest, but some people just want to remain great. There's so many levels to this. There's so many levels to understanding all the things that you need. But the things, your time will come. And a lot of us, we lack patience. I know I still do to this day. Even though I seem patient, and even though there's sometimes where I'm patient to other people, and even to myself of how I develop things for my future, I know that patience really, really is a waiting game. When even when somebody offers you something, especially when it comes with money, or if it comes with a great opportunity, we are so shy or can be ashamed at ourselves. They'd be like, no, no, thank you. This is not for me, not right now. But no, God is telling you that this is it. Get ready for it. I am preparing you. I'm removing anything that is not a part of me. I'm removing it out your way so I can make a smoother transition for you. And all we do is we just toss it up in there, be like, here you go, bro. Or here you go, ma'am. You can have it. I'm not ready. But no, you are ready. Somebody is gonna be there with you to carry you when you're falling out, when you finna fall down. Somebody's gonna help you. Somebody is going to help you. Trust me. There's always a great mentor or a great trainer that will help you either with your funding, help you with your business, help you with your personal growth, help you with hardships, relationships. There's always something that could accommodate you if you allow it. We always feel like we own everything. We don't own nothing. You don't own nothing. And I'm saying it from a mental standpoint. Yes, you might have the money or you might have the criteria to get it. But in America, no, there's a lot of things that ain't for you. That you don't own. Because some of us are so arrogant. Some of us are so modest and proud that we can flex whenever we get something. But sometimes we are some people that don't deserve it. There's people outside the country that's trying to get a better job, that's trying to take whatever money that they're giving to, and they'll do the right thing in expectations of taking care of their family first. Some countries that have it bad, I say Africa for example, they get 1 meal a day. They can get 1 meal a day and do what they gotta do to survive a whole night. Versus for us, it's like We have to get all this in the same day because we never know if it's gonna be gone forever. Like, no, what type of mindset and mentality are we planning or are we plotting on? Like, what is this? So I encourage you guys today to seek more in yourself, to invest more into yourself, to believe that you do not always have to seek validation for your positive works. You don't have to seek validation for a lot of things. And I think it hurts us the most when we're not being honest. Like, yeah, man, I am seeking validation to see if I have the right friends. I'm seeking validation if this job is for me, even though I'm not ready yet. I'm seeking validation to see that I need to sacrifice this because I know it's unhealthy for my life and for my personal being. I know that it's unhealthy, but I'm just validating it as it being okay because I'm cool with it. So, what do you have to offer more than your words? What do you have to offer more than your words? I know what you have to do. Can you say the same? Anyways, I want to thank you all for watching me today. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are. I hope you pray morning and night. Put God first in everything that you do. Don't make a hasty decision without talking to Him first. And yes, I am a believer. I know He's real for me. Because there's a lot of turning points that I know I could have been dead, could have been locked up. I could have been hanging with the wrong people to force myself into a lifestyle that I know that I was not supposed to be in. But I'm telling you, and I'm trying to show you that you want to be surrounded by auras of energy, surrounded by people that love you and want greater things for you. Not try to force you to be like them. Not living in a shadow. But they know that you have an ability and you have the mindset to persevere and go through. I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to Know the Difference podcast. I hope you got everything out of me today. And I'm looking forward to meeting you again. Later.